Welcome to Grow with Vibrant Rainbow Gardens, your go to space for growing, thriving seasonal gardens right here in the wild and wonderful Houston climate. I am Vandana, organic gardener, a permaculture enthusiast, and a garden coach with over 15 years of hands in the soil experience. Whether you're starting with a pot of herbs or a backyard full of weeds, you're in the right place. Each week, I will share practical tips, real life stories, and trusted strategies to help you skip all the overwhelm and grow with confidence. Let's dig in. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way to this little garden nook on the internet. Around here, we believe that everyone deserves to grow their own food, no matter your space, your schedule, or your starting point. You don't need a green thumb, you just need a little guidance, a bit of sunlight, and the belief that something good can grow right where you are. Hi, welcome back. Today, I want to take you back to the very beginning of my gardening journey. Believe it or not, it all started with one tomato plant in 1 gallon pot on my apartment balcony. That tomato didn't even taste very good, but it planted something bigger, an idea, a craving, a spark. And that's the seed that grew into the garden I have today. One that now feeds my family year round. I just started my first full time job as a scientist. And honestly, the transition from college life to work life was very intense. I needed something grounding, something alive. So I picked up the tomato plant. It struggled. It barely produced. And the fruit wasn't anything to brag about. But the experience, the joy of watching something grow because of my care, that was unmatched. And that got me thinking, if one tiny tomato plant could bring me this much joy, what would happen if I kept going? Now there's no turning back. So I experimented. My first garden wasn't some polished setup, it was a series of trial and error. I tried planting in the ground, then I built ankle high wooden boxes. Eventually, I moved into those beautiful knee high metal beds I still love today. Each version taught me something, and what I realized is this: successful gardening isn't about luck, it's about systems. Over the years, I built an approach I now teach to my clients, what I call intensive mindful gardening. That simply means being intentional with your space, your timing, and your energy. When I began to garden that way, something incredible happened. My garden didn't just feed me, it started feeding my whole family. And with that came one of the most rewarding parts of this journey: harvesting something more than food. There was a time when I grew almost all of our vegetables. Every single meal had something fresh from the garden. When the harvest overflowed, I learned to freeze, dehydrate fruits and veggies, give baskets of herbs to friends, and even sell extras to some garden friends. One of my proudest moments was growing a beloved Asian melon from my childhood. It connected me back to my roots and became a favorite in our home. But here's the thing: the garden gave me far more than vegetables. It gave me rhythm, following the seasons. It gave me resilience, showing up every day, no matter what else was happening. And it gave me relief, a sense of peace I could always return to. And through all of that, I discovered the belief that shapes the way I garden, the way I teach others to garden. It's this: kitchen garden should fit your life, not the other way around. You don't need to grow everything. You don't need to transform your backyard into a farm. All you need to do is start with something that matters to you. Maybe that's basil for your pasta, maybe cucumbers for your summer salads, maybe peppers for your salsa. Point isn't perfection, the point is connection. And once you experience that connection, you'll never look at your meals or your backyard the same way again. If today's episode sparks something in you, and if you're ready to grow more than your own food and make it a part of your life, I would love to help. Remember, every big, beautiful garden starts with one small step. For me, it was a scrawny tomato plant. For you, it might just be one herb on your windowsill. Thanks for listening to Grow with Vibrant Rainbow Gardens. Until next time, happy growing! Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Grow with Vibrant Rainbow Gardens. I hope it gave you some fresh ideas and grounded confidence to take that next step in your garden. If you loved today's topic, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. It helps other local gardeners find the show. Want to go deeper? Grab one of my free resources, book a one-on-one consult, or check out my latest workshops at vibrantrainbowgardens.com. All the links are waiting for you in the show notes. Until next time, keep planting, keep growing, and trust your garden instincts.